Kanye is the epitome of fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Oh, we go live now, babe. All right. Well, yeah. Oh, so that was a little preview of what's coming up. But yeah, Kanye is on the epitome of fucking around and finding out. So, guys, we're gonna go through a couple of quick topics. This Wednesday. I said on social media that I was gonna. I sound like an old man. I said on social media that we're gonna do something on Wednesday. Try to do something tomorrow and on Friday as well, because a lot of things have just been hitting really big, and we have a lot of stuff to do this week. We're also very old and tired, so we're going to try to get through it really fast. But guys, thank you for joining the rundown on a Wednesday. We're starting off, making the FCC bleep us out, but it's all good. But joining me is my lovely wife, Joy Fagan. How you doing, baby? On a motherfucking Wednesday.
Looking at the book of faces, getting all the scoop.
Well, let's scoop it out and talk about it real quick, guys. So if you want to contribute to the comment section, if you join us live and you want to say something, because we like to read your comments. We'll read them at the end of the show. But like I said, we're going to go through this really fast and talk with you. What's going on, Travis? How you guys? How you doing, man? So if you got something to say it in the box and we'll talk about it. But let's go right into the first real quick topic, as we have a cat that's like playing with the green screen. So you might hear something on the side, but just ignore that. Don't pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. What's the first topic of the week? Babe, what was the? I sent it to you. You're not ready for it. That was what those texts were about. What the first?
You didn't tell me what to read.
I didn't. It was my fault. I didn't prep her at all. I was like, hey, you want to come sit with me? She's like, what for? You'll find out.
The first one I got was about the Saw, another Saw sequel, because that's what we need is another Saw sequel. I guess that tells you what my feelings are on that.
Wow, man, yeah. Tell me how you really feel. So, guys, Tobin Bell returns as Jigsaw in another Saw sequel, and as you guys can tell, my wife is so excited about that, and I can't wait to take her to that and just have her like, I don't know, would you fall asleep on a Saw movie? Is that the Saw just not your thing? What's wrong with Saw?
It's like one of the most god awful.
What? It's the best.
Horrid shows, movies, whatever. I have seen. I think I was tortured by watching 2 of them.
Well, that's the point. The torture is
torture, as in like just awful to watch.
But the brilliant thing about this situation is that Tobin is back, which is weird because the guy died. Like how many times is this guy gonna die?
I guess if you're a fan of Saw, then yeah, good for you. You'll be excited to have him back.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely all that. So let's just real quick just check out what the hell's going on here from Variety. Let's see. Tobin Bell returns as Jigsaw in the Saw sequel. I don't know how the hell they're gonna pull this off. Let's see. Jigsaw returns. Tobin Bell, who plays the maniac killer known for orchestrating twisted tests in the Saw movies, is returning for the next installment of the horror series. James Wan, we all love James Wan, and Leo Whannell created the Saw franchise revolving around the mysterious and disturbing John Jigsaw Kramer, who puts his victims through deadly games to test their wills to live. Bell plays the calculated executioner in the first 8 movies, but he wasn't involved in the 9th film, 2021 Spiral. Spoilers, I haven't seen it yet. Thanks. Which instead focuses on a copycat killer. I already knew that. But, so you've seen some of the
I saw like the first 1 or 2 and really didn't even want to... Past watching the first one, I was like, "This is not horror. This is just straight up gore."
Yeah,
it's like
horror porn. It's
purpose in it whatsoever. It's just awful stuff.
It's the best horror porn ever.
I'm a nurse. I have seen enough blood and guts in my lifetime, especially working in operating rooms. I have no desire to watch people be tortured. For fun. It's just not entertaining to me.
Well, you got some support in the chat box. But the stuff that you try to show me, the real stuff, that's worse. So, because that's real. Anywho, he goes on to say, "What a thrill to be reuniting with Toby," said producer Mark Berg and Orrin Cowles. His performance as John Kramer is part of the magic that made the franchise a phenomenon, and his character is an active part of the film. I gotta agree on that. I'm gonna do a thing where I stop after every paragraph.
You said
to
he
talk.
died. He got killed.
Yeah.
But I mean, how many times was Freddy, Jason, and Michael Myers killed? But they were still in every movie because they don't really ever die.
But the difference being that those were supernatural beings. I mean, Freddy Krueger made a pact with these dream demons to live forever.
He's supernatural too.
No, he's just a guy. he's just a guy who just knows how to make a whole bunch of videotapes just in case he died. And you're like, play this on 2023. If I'm still necessary or something.
I don't know.
Probably. That's probably what's going to be. And what I'm going to do is after every paragraph is I'm going to pause and just give a little thoughts on it. But real quick, keep going there. The 10th Saw movie, which doesn't have an official title, is going into production later this month. It's slated to release in theaters on October 27, 2023. I knew. Let me keep going. Franchise veteran Kevin Grutute, who directed Saw 6, saw the final chapter, and worked on every movie, including Spiral, is directing the next chapter. So I still have to see Spiral. I still haven't seen that one. That was the one with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson, I believe.
Okay.
Spiral. It's supposed to be a spinoff.
That tells you, like, I have no clue whatsoever.
You have no appreciation. It's Halloween. You have no appreciation for this.
Hey, I watch plenty of other things, but
like real broken bone, people breaking their bones off skateboards and stuff in real life. And he's like, hey, babe, look at this. I think you can see his intestines. Like, what? Kramer was killed in Saw 3. But he's continued to appear in the sequels throughout flashbacks, though plot details for the latest have been kept under wraps. The film's backers, Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures, teased that the return of Bell to the franchise furthers our goal of the film, captures everything Saw fans loved about the franchise while also keeping them guessing with all new traps and new mysteries to solve. They should have a copycat who gets plastic surgery to look exactly like the guy and continue his legend. That way they can get him to play in future install. A super copycat.
It's his twin brother.
It's a twin brother. Yeah, that would Now that would have came up. Like if they insert a twin brother,
long lost twin brother. They didn't know he was there.
Yeah, then I would boo the franchise. But guys,
someone dug him up, cloned his DNA, made a baby, grew him up fast. Who knows? They love to come up with weird.
That's
weird
Young and the
things.
Restless type stuff right there. Guys, let us know what you guys think. Let me get in the frame right here. What you guys think about the upcoming Saw movie? We'll talk about it a little bit after at the end of this one. But let's move on back. What is the next topic of the week? Of the day, actually.
Kanye. Oh man.
Yeah, I think I might have sent those to you out of order. That was supposed to be the first one.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, Kanye West back in the news again. I keep wanting to say it like that. But it came out earlier that Kanye West was kicked off of Adidas. He dared Adidas. He said, "I won't."
The epitome of F around and find out.
Yeah, that was the little preview that Joy was giving you in the beginning of the show.
I dare you. You won't do anything to me.
So Kanye West started off the week by telling Adidas that Adidas won't let me go for saying anti-Semitic things. Why, you might ask? That he thought that this was going to be a thing that he could get away with because Adidas was founded by is a German company founded by people that had ties with Nazis. That's just a fact. But what Kanye seemed to forget, which is why critical theory and thinking is very important, is that ever since World War II, Germany has been on a path to rewriting and correct the path that they that Hitler put them on. Like in school, there is intense anti-Nazisms and acceptance thinking and teachings in school. They don't play around with that. I feel like it should have been done here in America, but as far as with slavery. But here they're doing the opposite. Let's pretend like it didn't happen, and then it'll go away. Like everybody knows that's not how you make something go away. Germany They do not play around with that. You even hint about Nazisms and stuff like they do not play. So him, I would suspect that they were going to just be quiet about it and probably not say anything unless they really, really forced his hand. But him going on that podcast, daring them, that was just the epitome of stupidity, like you said. But what I'm upset about is the fact that people need to tie in everything that Kanye West has done. I mean, why did it take him doing that to be the thing that's finally becoming the straw that breaks the camel's back when he did all this anti-black stuff? You already know. I've been grumbling about it all month ever since Kanye West has been really hitting the media lately. This is the same. Now,
I watched. I saw a TikTok. I do not remember who it was, and I actually meant to send it to you. That made
I wouldn't have saw it anyway. You would.
made a TikTok that was very enlightening, and it didn't have anything necessarily to do with any like Black life. It more, I guess, along women and men versus, but the simple fact that when so many years ago, Britney went off the deep end. They had her committed and said, "We're not having this. You're very clearly not okay, and we're gonna take a hold of your money and take a hold of every move you make and everything you do and all this stuff because you aren't okay." And yes, it went on way too long, and people misused all that or whatever. But even still to this day, people are like, wow, she's a little cuckoo nut. She's all crazy. She's acting all weird. Yet this man can do all of the things that he's doing, and everybody just goes, oh, it's a little odd. But okay.
There was some people in the media was trying to say it's because he's black that he could get away with. Like it's like that joke, a black comedian can say the N-word all day, but a white one can't, and stuff like that. Like that's the reason. No, that's not the reason. He was in control of his own money. I mean, Britney Spears, before she was even mega famous, her dad was completely controlling everything. And the second that he looked like she was trying to break away, he started putting more chains of control over, just like a slave. And but Kanye West didn't have and nobody was gonna do that to Kanye West. And his mother, everybody said that his mother was the one that kept him balanced. His mother didn't treat him like that. That was the good thing about Kanye West. He had parents, a parent that treated him with love. But Britney's father was an ass that was just stealing from him and her and taking all of her money. But no, go ahead. What you about to say?
Oh no, I'm just saying somebody. I mean, obviously, and I don't think it really has to do. It doesn't have to do with him being black. It has to do with the fact how much money he has. Currently. Someone does need to do something because he is not okay. He is not okay. He thinks he's okay because that's how that works.
I think we lost again. How does this keep happening? Hold on, let me double check. Because all the people in the we had people in the. Let's see if are we still live? I think we are. I think we might be. Go ahead. Keep going.
I look at it more from a health standpoint, and I'm just like, yeah, he's always been different. He's always had marched to the beat of his own drum, and that is fine. But he's now at a point where it's not just I do things differently. He is not okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to say that to make excuses for him. I'm saying that because where are the people who have his back to say, I know you're going to be mad at me for doing this, but someone needs to stop you.
For a little while it was Kim, but that he made sure to fuck that up. But Charlamagne the God says that he thinks that Kanye is on a path to he's acting like a person that doesn't expect to be around too long.
Because he's not okay. That is the mental line of someone who needs help. Mm-hmm. Because when you are in that, you don't see it. Mm-hmm. It means nothing to you.
we're just lagging a little bit, but and I got to figure out what's going on. Maybe I got to do something with the computer. Maybe it's time for, like you said, to get that new gaming computer. So it's now, since I'm not running Discord this time, it's got to be the computer. But so the main thing I have a problem with Kanye is that. And thanks, navigators. Our online navigator says we're back with no lag. It's or maybe it's Cheeto. Maybe our cat is just like really pissing off the algorithm, because every time he's just scurrying around behind the green screen, he really messes up the stream. But so sorry about that, guys. So we'll keep an eye on it, and if there's any lag, just let me know in the comment section. Kanye West is that guy who, after Hurricane Katrina got on, made Mike Myers uncomfortable by telling everybody that George Bush doesn't care about black people. I mean, he's the same guy that made Wakanda music videos before before the MCU was popular and Black Panther was in the thing. He was the guy who got on primitive social media. I forgot what it was. He was in an interview making fun of saying that black people always come up with the cool thing, and then a year later, white people start saying whatever the catchphrase or the dance is and stuff. And like, he would say the quiet stuff out loud. I mean, a lot of people got offended by it, but he wasn't doing. But at least it was like on a path of he was being pro-black. But being pro-black isn't being anti-white, and that's the difference. Now he's actively acting anti-something. He's being pro-white and anti-black. He's being pro-white and anti. And I always stemmed it to the same thing. To me, I always stemmed it back to one pivotal thing. After he did his thing with that shit with Taylor Swift, and people jumped on him about how he was trying to promote Beyonce, but it was Taylor Swift's first introduction to the MTV world, and it was her first time being a pop star and stuff, and she interrupted that whole "I'm gonna let you finish" thing, and the whole world jumped against him on it, even his fans. But his black community still had his back. It was just Kanye being Kanye. But when Obama was asked about it, he was like, "Oh, he's acting like a jackass." Just straight up just said, ever since, I think that was the moment that he lost his mind, because you notice that ever since then, when he started acting political, he went straight from the guy who George Bush doesn't care about black people, to Donald Trump is like my superhero, my like a dad. Like, what? But all because Obama said you were acting like a jackass of what you did to Taylor Swift. I don't care what anybody says. That's my theory. That's my link to it. Ever since that moment, that's when I'm not saying that's why he's acting the way he's acting, but it's kind of interesting to me that ever since that day, because he was trying to, just like Jay-Z and Beyonce were trying to be in rubbing elbows with the Obamas, he was trying to do the same thing, and then he got called a jackass, and then all of a sudden Trump is my hero, like totally in the face of everything that he was doing when he was fighting for us after the hurricanes hit. It's just a slap in the face. I wouldn't be surprised if later on, I was about to say Donald Trump Jr. would try to say, "Oh, it was all an act. What I was really doing, fam, was I was trying to infiltrate those groups to show you what they really and how they really treat. Like, I was doing it just to infiltrate them." He's gonna try something like that. I feel it in my bones that he's going to try to lie and say that he was doing it on purpose or something like that, or it was all an act and all that. But no, you don't. But no, it's not. None of that is true. This is who he really is, or his is. And he can still do it's the meds thing, and that might be true. But if that's the case, get on your meds, go seek help, and keep your mouth shut. Because after losing your deal with Adidas, and I think we got dropped again, but I'll just keep powering through. After you lost your deal with Adidas, why the hell did this fool think that he was gonna go to Skechers to get a deal? This dude went to Skechers.
Yeah, and
Kanye West escorted out of Skechers.
You just show up and, like, I guess he thought, well, because of who I am, anybody will see me for anything. You know what I can do, fam? I'm gonna
I'm gonna make Skechers great again. Like Skechers is like what we used to make fun of Pro Wings. Skechers? You might as well have went to Pro Wings. What do you got dissed by Skechers?
Skechers was just like, we don't even want to go.
Kanye West escorted out of Skechers one day after Adidas ends there. For one, why would you go anywhere unannounced?
I can make you huge. I can make you huge.
Kanye West shows up unannounced to Skechers corporate office on Wednesday in California, one day after Adidas terminates its multi-million-dollar partnership. And let me make this clear, guys. That partnership with Adidas was very lucrative. It was something that Adidas did not want to end.
No.
But once the banks start dropping you, he's lost the billionaire status. He's not a billionaire anymore. His billionaire status was tied into all the things that he was connected with and was in partnership with. The second they dropped him, his billionaire's $1.7 billion status went to $400 million. You lost $1 billion in status and persuasion and power in 1 week. Forbes don't mess around. Skechers is not considering it and has no intentions of working with West. We condemn his recent division remarks and do not tolerate anti-Semitism or any of other forms of hate speech. A rep of Skechers tells Yahoo Entertainment the company would like to again stress that West showed up unannounced and uninvited to Skechers Corp.
Well, because they don't want any of that smoke from people thinking you had some
really,
sort
Skechers?
of secret deal. What was this about? And like, no. We don't know anything.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything.
We don't
didn't
know
say
nothing.
anything.
We know nothing.
Nothing's going on.
Yeah, like I said, this is the same guy who used
Skechers
to.
is just rolling along, minding their own business with their own little.
Mind their business. Don't be bringing them problems over here. Don't be bringing that stuff over here. And look, like I said, and it's not because he's rubbing elbows with the conservatives. I don't care if he's conservative. I have a best friend, a black guy who's older than me, who's a black Republican and a conservative. It's not about that. I don't care that he's a conservative. But I've said this years ago when Obama was first running for president. There was a guy at a John McCain rally, a black dude, a cowboy. My father's a rancher. I don't care about the image, the stereotypes, all that stuff that you can try to throw, that you can say that's not really being black. Whatever. That's not true. I don't care about you being a black conservative. But when you need to go out of your way to throw yourself, your community under the bus to make the other group feel comfortable, that's what I have a problem with. This guy, I remember a guy who got up on stage. It was a black cowboy, rancher guy, looking guy, cowboy guy with a guitar. He gets on stage. The first thing he says to the mostly all white crowd, and he says, "I'm not a black American. I don't think I'm a white. Don't look at me just as a black man. Why did you feel like you had to make the announcement? You got a guitar in your hand. Just get up on stage and sing your song." But he knew he had to because the second he got on stage, the people were like, "What the hell is this guy about to say? Well, who is this dude? What's he about to do?" He had to make them feel comfortable first before he just sung his damn song. I don't respect it, and I don't do it, and I don't appreciate it. I don't. If you have to go out of your way to make this group who is most likely who has been your opposition for all your life, now you want to get their money, you got to first make them feel comfortable by throwing yourself, your dignity, and your community, who you first made the majority of your fame and success from, under the bus. That's what I have a problem with. But let me get on with this. I've talked about Kanye West for far too long. Moving on to the last topic. What's the last thing that I had on the agenda?
That the DC movies have now hired on James Gunn and Peter Safran to lead their film and television division for DC. Yeah.
The main topic of the day. Sorry, I keep saying week because I'm so used to only doing this once a week, but I'm going to try to get back in the habit of 3 times a week. Hey, look, the stream is just live and on time now. Now it's really humming. The main topic of today is James Gunn being named the head of DC film division, just like Marvel, and with Peter Safran. Just like how Kevin Feige is a head of Marvel Studios, Warner Brothers has decided to give DC its own movie studio instead of just having it being under Warner Brothers movies. They called it the DCEU, but it was still just under Warner Brothers. They didn't have their own separate little space. This is all DC movies here. You know, don't mess with these guys. Don't everybody at Warner Brothers, y'all do y'all thing here. Leave DC alone. Just like Disney lets Kevin Feige do his thing. Not really, but that's kind of how it's set up. So he finally has his own division. The question was, who's going to run it? Who is a Kevin Feige-like person? Well, there is no Kevin Feige-like person. But getting a person like a producer like Peter and then teaming him up with a visionary and a director like James Gunn is the closest you could get without actually getting Kevin Feige itself. You got a person who has a history of knowing how to run a studio and a person who's a visionary, which is exactly what Kevin Feige is. So this to me is...
James Gunn's done movies for both sides.
Yeah, that's the funny thing you brought that up, because that's what people thought. Like, is this the thing that's going to bridge the gap? Is Warner Brothers and DC, Warner Brothers and Disney going to finally get together for Marvel versus DC? No, it's not happening. James Gunn is now an executive of a studio for Warner Brothers. He is no longer going to make any further movies for Disney and Disney. That's it. He is an exclusive executive for Warner Brothers. He is going to make all of his movies. Now, the only other conflict of interest that I thought that might be in play would be, because somebody brought this up earlier. I mean, he still wants to direct. He's still a director at heart. Mm-hmm. He's the executive of a studio. What's just stopping him from just giving himself the director roles? Do you think that's an issue?
I mean, I'm assuming. I mean, I really just depends on what did they come to him to specifically say? Do they, what was his instructions?
Well, for him to be in charge of the DC movies in collection with the TV shows and animation movie, for just the way Marvel is doing it. You are in charge of our cinematic universe, our television tie-ins, just the same way he's already been doing it. When he was fired from Marvel and then hired by Warner Brothers, they said you can pick whatever movie you want, and he chose Suicide Squad. And then the Suicide Squad, even though it did premiere on the theaters and in HBO Max, it didn't do that well, but it was better received than the original movie. And he convinced him to do a spinoff for Peacemaker, which people thought was a mistake. But it turned out to be one of the best shows, if not the best show that DC's ever done. So to be in charge of those things.
You would hope that their thinking is, all right, we know what Kevin Feige does for Marvel, and we need our...
Like, do that, but do it better.
We need that over here as well.
Yeah, exactly what they're doing.
So you're going to get to obviously help direct different things, like as be behind the scenes to give creative input, mm-hmm. But you would assume he would be hiring people to do all that.
Exactly. That's 100% right.
2 cents in because I'm the head.
Right.
So I get to put in some little things that I want to do.
Some nuggets.
But it's not. I'm not running. You're going to get to do what
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly. See, with Peter and with James is not dumb. He's not gonna. There's not going to be a conflict of interest. It's exactly what Joy just said. He's not going to give himself every director. He could. He could. But he's not. He's not going to do it because he's not going to have time. Now that he's in charge of this studio, he's not going to have time. He's going to look for directors that fit the project best, that's going to fit in his and Peter's vision of where the DCEU, the direction that they wanted to go moving forward. He's not going to James Gunn everything up. He's not going to everything's not going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. Everything is not going to be Suicide Squad with these James Gunnisms. He better at least. It's going to be the direction and that's where Peter comes in to probably balance it out, because I kind of would be worried that the DCU would to be too, because I love James Gunn's crazy vision and stuff. I would not want that for I would not want that for Wonder Woman 3. I would not want that at all. So, and then on top of that, you think you're gonna tell, who's the director of Wonder Woman again? What's her name again? Is it Patty Jenkins? You're not gonna tell her. You ain't gonna tell her to James Gunn it up. No, she gonna tell you go screw your go. Yeah, go fuck yourself. You ain't, no, this is my franchise. Like, it'll fit in the direction that you want the DCU to go, but it's going to be my movie. You're not going to tell her that, and you'd be stupid to do it. So, and James Gunn is not stupid. Just the fact that he did a movie, he did a successful TV series, and was willing to lend his voice in the Harley Quinn cartoon, playing himself, stuff like that. Like, he knows how to play in the universe and build a universe. Kevin Feige wanted him to be in charge of Marvel's the part of the MCU that's all about the the space and the like Guardians of the Galaxy type stuff moving forward, and so to be in charge of the storylines of all that stuff, not the Earth grounded stuff, but the big epic space stuff. He wanted that, so James Gunn was being vetted by Kevin Feige to be a protege or a mini-me of him, but so. It's a good pick. In the stunning turn of events, filmmaker James Gunn and producer Peter Safran has been tapped to lead DC Films' TV and animation efforts as co-chairs or co-CEO. And I put it on social media. Do you need to go? Is it at the front door yet?
It's there, but there.
Oh, we can. I mean, you can get it so it doesn't get like bugs on it and stuff. We ordered. I put it on myself. We ordered food, guys. So it's at the DoorDash is there at the front door. But yeah, so I got the camera on me. They won't be able to see you sink away. Joy's abandoning me, guys, because we got food at the front door. Don't worry. Don't worry. They can't see you. That's just a delay. Now let's put the camera back on that empty chair. Look at me. Left me. You see that? When I need her the most. But I put it on social media. Who's the D and who's the C? I was a little joke. Like, I want y'all to put that in the box. You got two people. As co-chairs. I mean, but when there's one decision, but what happens when James Gunn and Peter see something totally different? Are they gonna flip a coin? Who's going to be all right, maybe this time we'll go your way, maybe this time we'll go your. Who's going to be the final say? Who's the D and who's the C? If you get that joke, put a thumbs up in the chat. Who's the D and who's the C of this between James Gunn? I don't know. Maybe it's James. Everybody's gonna, because everybody knows James more. They're gonna say it's James. Maybe it's Peter. I mean, his name is Peter. But anyway, that's a stupid joke. The unprecedented move in which a top director will assume top executive post marks the end of the monthly-long search by Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav to replace DC Films and Walter Hamada. Everybody was getting nervous about Warner Brothers making all those cuts and stuff. David Zaslav obviously wants DC Films to succeed. And they said that when the critics that said that they saw Batgirl, it did not fit with what we want to show the people as quality films. Everybody got pissed off about it because we just want to see what a Batgirl movie would look like. And we want what's his name? George of the Jungle. I forgot his name. What's his name again, babe? George of the Jungle? Brandon Fraser. Yeah, we just want to root for Brandon Fraser. But if the movie sucked, then the movie sucked. We can't say that David Zaslav was making a huge mistake and messing everything up because he axed our little pet project that we were cheering for, that we wanted to see. We wanted to support her as Batgirl. We wanted to support Brandon Fraser. But if the critics were saying that it sucked, executives like to lie and say every movie that they make is great all the time. But if they even admitted that this is not that good, then it probably wasn't that good. But I don't hear any of that now, that with this big move and making this decision moving forward, the stuff that we're going to get moving forward after they take over on November the 1st, it shows that they're really taking this seriously. You got a visionary like James Gunn. I don't think James Gunn's gonna really let people down. And just to close the show, in recent weeks, I'm sorry, let me switch it up. There we go. We're back. Let me see, full page. In recent weeks, Gunn and Safran was spotted on the Warner Brothers lot meeting with Warner Brothers film co-chair Michael DeLuca about future projects. And according to the sources, the internal overture of Safran and Gunn came from DeLuca over the summer, even as the studio was in shaky talks with producers Dan Leno to take the job. Gunn will focus on creative side of things, while Safran will focus on business. That's the dynamic. So I'm assuming that Safran is the final say. If they ever disagree on something, they're both equal chairs, but if they both disagree, who's the final say? I'm going to say, I mean...
It says everything gets reported up directly to Zaslav.
That's okay. That makes sense. If those two disagree, because my question was who's the D and who's the C of DC, then yeah, that makes sense. Zaslav, the acts of Zaslav is the tiebreaker. I want to go left. Gunn wants to go right. Which what do you say, Dave? No, let's go left. That makes sense. It'll hopefully that won't cause any infighting or any, because these guys have been working together for years. They've been friends. They've a lot of movies that they've produced. They got a lot of DC movies that Safran has been a part of and stuff. So he's and they've worked together a long time. So they've got a good. It wasn't a bad idea to put them together like this because they have a long, good working relationship. They for all we know, they're probably best friends. And they better be, because with all this great power comes great responsibility. So it's gonna be a test. In the next 2 years, the next couple of projects that are coming up, I'm gonna be excited moving forward on what's gonna come out of DC. Now it took them 10 years, but now, after the head start that Marvel had with starting with their cinematic universe a couple of years before the DCU was even launched with Man of Steel, 10 years later, for the first time now, it feels like they're going to be on a path with bringing back Henry Cavill, with the projects that they are still pushing to the theaters, Blue Beetle and things like that, with Joker 2 coming out. It now feels like DC is now going to be elevated to the standards that the potential is there for it to be the standards that Marvel has set for filmmaking for comic book movies. At least hopefully there'll be less. It sucks. It's not like Marvel. Why can't it be more? I don't want it to be like Marvel, but I want it to be. I want quality and I want it to be good. Those two still fighting. Anyway. Last thing before I let it go. Can we now say that this is the end of the whole bring back the Snyderverse? Bring the Snyderverse. This is it. This is the Snyderverse is now, to me, the Snyderverse is now officially dead. This is now the Gunn Safran verse now, the DCEU. It is no longer moving forward from this day moving forward, even with Zack Snyder's actors that he hired from the foundation that Zack. It is always going to be the Snyderverse as a foundation, but moving forward, I'm not going to call it the Snyderverse anymore. Like that is not happening. He doesn't want to come back. We got James Gunn. It's the Gunnerverse now. Like let it. I feel like the whole fever dream that Zack Snyder could one day come back is a fish. This ends. Maybe Gunn might be willing to hire Snyder in the future if he's willing to come back for a future project. I wouldn't have a problem with it, but moving forward, no, I'm never going to call it the Snyderverse ever again. That's just how I see it. So let me know what you guys think about this whole thing. Are you excited about the DCU moving forward? DC Films as a studio, finally that there's direction. Do you think it's a mistake having two heads as the lead? There should just be one. There should only be one. Let us know in the box below moving forward, and maybe we'll talk about it in the upcoming We Got Your Mail. Do we have time for I had the chats open for a minute, and I don't know if it glitched out or anything like that when things kind of lagged. But I can do something else. Let's try this. Let me toggle this out. No. Let me see if I can do this. There we go. I can at least pull up the, let's see if I can pull up some of the chats. Sorry about the delay, guys. Let me do this for you. Oh, there they go. There we see. Mostly just Nixon yelling at me, talking about there's a lag. Nixon blame me. Yeah, I was blaming it on the cat. I'm with you, Joy, on that. I'm not a fan of the franchise. Well, the first one was okay. Talking about Saw. Did you even, was the first one even okay for you? They're really behind the props. It's messing up. And I am going to blame the damn cats, Nick. They're right there. They're messing everything up. You see all this stuff moving. My house isn't haunted. There's damn cats everywhere. We have 2 of them. And they're trying to, they're just figuring stuff out.
I just didn't like it because for me, it's not.
For me.
Nothing to me on it is scary. It's not a horror scare. It's just, this is gross.
It's a thrill ride.
This is gross.
Agreed. It was mainly gore, and that's not entertaining for me. You guys are lagging, but okay. I agree with you, Joy. I want to. Oh wow, Nixon. I hired you to be my wingman. I agree with you, Joy. Where are the people who have his back
for Kanye?
For Kanye. It's back, lag. You were good. Gonna see Yeezys on Ross for $20. The bottom graphic reads.
Yeah, you had.
Oh yeah, I forgot to. Yeah, my bad. Joe was called on a more important mission, and Brendan Frey. I'm a kitten mom myself. I totally understand. Well, if this one doesn't stop acting up, you're gonna have to.
They may have to be put up when we record.
Yeah, whenever we record, we're gonna put them up. I thought she was about to say put them to sleep. I'm like, no, wait, don't, wait. No. But guys, that's the show. Appreciate you guys for bearing with us on a Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow to do another rundown, some topics, and just let me know what you guys think at all time. If you want to share your any questions, any comments, any concerns. You can always go to us on social media. Let me see if I can find. I made this damn graphic. I should be able to put it up. Nope, damn it, I cannot find it. I'm always creating something and I don't know where I save it, so I can never find shit. So, well, all right. So look, find us on social media at T3 Medias. Let us know what you guys think. Send us some topics there. You can always follow us on our podcast if you don't have time to watch the live stream. I'm going to go watch Andor later on tonight, I guess after you fall asleep. I'll watch that. And there's a new Star Wars animated series that I think it's like a limited thing. I'm going to watch The Tales of the Jedi. I'm going to watch that too. I'm excited about that. Oh, before we go, we started watching something else. Yeah, Interview with the Vampire. You want to talk about that real quick before we check out? What did you think about that first episode of Interview with the Vampire? Let me see if I can get that graphic up here.
I liked it so far. I mean, we only watched one episode.
You only watched the first episode.
It was a nice, a nice take on the not being just a copycat of the movie.
Yeah,
like they switched some things up and did it a little different.
Yeah, and they got old boy here playing Louis. I'm gonna, just like we used to say, I'm gonna call him Pretty Ricky, what we call him. I can play Louis. I feel like it was perfect because I said that when we were watching the show that the guy that they got playing the vampire Lestat, he looks like Brad Pitt from the movie, but he's playing the Tom Cruise character. And with the whole thing about how they're always mixing and trading the races and stuff like that. Well, this one, it kind of makes sense because if I remember correctly, was Interview with a Vampire with Brad Pitt? Did that take place in France? It might have.
Louisiana.
But here it makes sense because the French purchase and stuff with Louisiana and stuff. It made sense that they would do it in Louisiana because you got the nightlife living, you got Creole people with French speaking people there. the night scene, it fit and made a lot of sense. If you were gonna set Interview with a Vampire in America, the only two places that really would have made sense would be either the place that we always go, New York, or Louisiana. It fit perfectly.
Well, and they did this one a little different. It's not like our current movie where like the Hot D, we have black characters, and where people are like, well, those didn't exist, or they try.
Yeah, black people existed in America.
They were. This is more like, we changed the color of one of them, but we did give them current issues. His family are all very light skinned.
Yeah, because they have a white ancestor.
So they have some white passing, but yet they won't hesitate to throw out the N-word at them.
Oh yeah, this is the 1920s, I believe,
yes.
or 1990s, something like that. Oh yeah. It's and I saw a clip of maybe it's the second episode, maybe it's the third, I don't know. We haven't seen it yet, and I was kind of looking forward on the first episode, but it hadn't happened yet. Where what you were talking about, I think, comes into play, and I heard that the fourth or fifth episode, something really huge is about to happen. So it's typically when we enjoy a show together, there's typically comedy, but when it's not that genre, it has to be something special for me and Joy to sit back and watch it. But Interview with a Vampire, I would say maybe it's one of those shows. Do you think you'll keep? I'm going to keep watching it. What about you? You gonna keep watching it with me?
I mean, hopefully it keeps going the same.
The same
path. First
path?
one was very interesting and a good watch. You weren't like
seeing old boy from Game of Thrones playing. And the way he delivered the accent and stuff, I was like, okay, maybe he's I didn't look him up on Game of Thrones, but I thought maybe he was an American actor. No, of course, another British actor.
Well, and I'm always the one who's like, I was like, the one who's playing the mom. I'm like,
oh man, the old girl from Commando. It's obviously she recognized her. What was her name again?
Ray Dawn Chong.
Man. Was one of the It girls, and Halle Berry, I think, talked about this a lot. Like back in the 80s and the 90s, there were like only 5 black women that Hollywood would only cast when they wanted to hire a black woman, or if the role called for a black woman. I'm sure she was one of the ones on that list.
She was, but it also goes to what a lot of black women have other issues with is that. Because she was biracial,
mixed. Yeah,
and so
that was a standard for white people. That was a standard of beauty. If you're gonna be black, at least be mixed. Or something. There was a joke about that on Bill Bellamy's movie How to Be a Player. He said, "I know light skinned brothers ain't in right now, but we coming back." And he was like, "But when were y'all ever in style?" Oh, you remember 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. But it is what it is. But this boy playing Louis from Game of Thrones, forgot his name already, but that's he Grey Worm from Game of Thrones. Yep, that was him. Man, I thought maybe this dude was a one-trick pony. Like he can only play roles without that much range or anything like that. Because Grey Worm didn't have that much, emotions and stuff. But when he did get emotional, he did a great job. But his character as the vampire Lestat, I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it. All I'm gonna say is when he gave that confession in the confessional, some of the best acting I've ever seen on TV. It's like if I don't see him in consideration for some type of award from that scene alone, I'm gonna be shocked because that scene blew me away.
Had to make sure that Tits and Dragons didn't get all the tits,
there was some
the tits and the sex. We had to really pull out all the stops. Here.
Oh yeah.
Really put some shock value into it.
Dicks and Dragons in this one. That's some talk about high D. In this one,
stuff they said, oh hey, that's where we're going. All right.
I'm like, why am I looking at this naked man for so long? I haven't blinked in 3 minutes. Pretty Ricky is what we call him. But yeah, so go check it out. We loved it. It was a good first episode. Hopefully it continues to be this great because I'm looking forward to seeing the character that they picked for what's her name? Play Mary Jane in Spider-Man movies. What's her name? From Bring It On. The character Kristen Dunst, so the character that they chose. If I remember correctly, I saw an image of it. I think it's a little black girl. So I can't wait till they get to that part of the story. It's very interesting. It's a very good take, a modern take on the Interview with a Vampire series. So we recommend it. Go check it out. We're having fun with it. So that's it, guys. Appreciate it for you joining us for another hour here on The Rundown. We're going to go eat, and we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully I can figure out what the hell is going on with these lag issues. So if you want to help contribute to us getting a gaming PC, just reach out to me. We're going to be looking for sponsors pretty soon as well. So if you want to do that, go right ahead. Go. You know what the Cash App is at T3 Media with the S at the end. I'm Chris Fagan. You can reach out to me at Chris W. Fagan on all social media or at T3 Medias as well. Don't forget to also reach out to Nixon, our navigator, on social media as well whenever. So if you want to send us topics or if you have any topics you want to suggest as well, she's always monitoring those in the chats as well. And joining me today was, I don't have your lower third, but that's okay, babe. I apologize for that. My wife, Joy Fagan. If people want to find you online, where can they do that?
Probably the easiest is TikTok, and it's just Joy. And my other links are in the bio of my TikTok because it's really confusing to see. My Scrub Hat store and my Instagram, because they're both a little different, almost the same, but not the same.
It's almost the same, but not the same. I understand. Our in-studio navigator here, that's Joy, right? So her job is to keep me on track, just like in life. She keeps me on path and make sure that I'm not staring too deep in the Pretty Ricky's eyes when we watched an Interview with the Vampire. It was crazy. I don't know what's going on. But guys, appreciate it. And we'll see you again tomorrow. So if you have any suggestions for any topics, shoot them to us and we'll see you then. Until then, have a good one.